Hey guys, I want to talk to you for a few minutes about pricing and how it's been implemented in in Snowline. So we're going to go over what gets priced and how you set up and manage prices, and a little bit about the security and how it's controlled. So pricing is really anything that we sell in Snowline. It has a price record, and then the thing that we're selling is then associated with that price record, and then the price record has properties about it, and it has the actual price that we sell, which is made up of the components of the splits that everybody gets. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. So one of the things that we sell obviously are memberships. Some examples are CAD's membership, BCAS, um, different kinds of memberships. Memberships generally managed at the higher level. So that would be at the CAD's level or at the division level. Other thing that we sell for are events. So we can we can host something, and then we can charge people for attending that. And they could be a a banquet or an event held at the local level, or it could be a training course, like a CADS training course. We can also charge for programs, and this is more at the club level, where you might want to charge a student a registration fee maintained at the club level for joining a program. We can also charge for individual lessons. And this is, as the name suggests, a student registers for a lesson and they pay a per lesson fee. Generally, that fee is incurred at the time when the lesson has been accepted by the coordinator, and then the student agrees to take that lesson, and then they pay for it. And then yet to be developed is the store, so an online store where we can sell sweaters and hats and whatever. So those are some of the things that we sell. So for those things that we sell, how do we actually manage the prices? It's based on price records. So a price record has two components. It has a set of properties. These are screenshots. It has a set of properties, and then it has prices. And the properties, they vary based on what kind of record it is. So we had talked about membership pricing and event pricing and program pricing, and each one of those price types, as you can see on the upper right here, we have the price types. Every one of those then has a different set of properties that are meaningful only to that price. So the example that we're looking at here is a membership. And so a membership, we care about the maximum number of visits. So we have I think CADS has a 4-visit membership. And then we have the member type that's actually going to buy that membership. Here's another example. This is an event, and so an event may be a CADS course, or it may be your AGM or a dinner or something like that. And there, it's relevant to not the member type, but to what the person's role is on that particular event. And we also are recording whether it's sanctioned and some other things. So the properties are based on the price master. Now, the price masters can be set up by anybody, but they're only visible to the club that set it up and their children. So for example, if CADS sets up a price, it's visible to everybody in the organization. If NCD sets up a price, it's visible to NCD and clubs below NCD, but it's not visible to BCAS. So depending on where the price record is set up, it controls the visibility. The second component of a price record is the actual pricing themselves, the prices themselves, and it's a cascading price, and it works downwards. So this example here, we have CADS has a price component, and because this checkbox is not checked, this checkbox here, it's only visible to members who are registering to the CADS organization specifically. So they've gone to the CADS site and they've registered and they're paying for a membership. And the price of this membership is $20. And CADS is the only one who gets a split of it. The next line down is BCAS is selling the same thing, but they've now put their own spin on the pricing, and they have it at $38 for any club below BCAS. So this would be VAS, SAS, all the ASS clubs. And they all get with the same price. It would be visible to them, and all the properties that are associated with this price, of course, they stick with the price. So the third line here is a SAS specific price. And so in this case, if SAS were selling something, it wouldn't be, we're selling this particular material, it wouldn't be $38, it would be $42 because the BCAS component is 18, the national is 20, and the SAS has added a $2 piece. So in this case, because it's cascading pricing, the SAS price then, if SAS was selling this, they would get their price irregardless of the fact that BCAS had pushed this down to all their clubs. The SAS unique price overrides it. So how do we control who sets up pricing and who can manage it? It's pretty simple. So anybody that has an admin authorization can create their own prices. It doesn't make sense for clubs to manage many of their own prices, especially for the membership levels, because they are going to have the visibility of their materials or their price masters as well as the price masters of the division level and the national level above them. So really the club level is only going to be creating prices for things that are really specific to them. So that might be events, especially programs and lessons, and then goods. When they sell goods, they'll have their own prices. So of course, a club can see all the prices that are relevant to them, and they can change their piece of the price. So if they were if they were looking at an ASDCI level 1 certification course and they wanted to charge an extra $5 for that, they could do that. So they could take the nationally managed price and they could add their own price component to it. They couldn't change the national price or any of the properties, but they can add and they can manage their own prices. All changes are logged. So there's a price log, price change log. So if something happens, you're not sure who did it, you can always go and look. And if you change a price or change a property, it doesn't affect the transactions that have happened in the past. So if you decide to raise the price or something, that's fine. You're not going to automatically change everybody's invoice who's already purchased this particular thing. And finally, the onus is on the higher levels to make sure that their splits are correct. So if CADS is selling an ASDCI level 1 certification course, then they need to watch that price and make sure that all the divisions and all the clubs that are offering that actually have the splits set up correctly. And that's pricing in a nutshell. Of course, contact me if you have any questions, and you can always go on to beta and play with it or go to production and look and see how it's set up. Good luck. Thanks for listening.